Hello guys, so welcome back. So here we want to start the top drafting, and the measurement we have, I told you that guys that this is a 2 years old boy, and the chest is 26, shoulder is 10.5, sleeve length is 5 or 6 inches, that range, round sleeve is 11 and neck is 11, then top length is 16 for a 2 years old boy. So here you fold your fabric in line with your chest over 4 plus extra 1.5. So the chest is 26, which is by 4 is 6.5 plus extra 1.5 for 2 inches. This is the range of my chest folding. After that, you mark out a baseline. This baseline is very essential in the sense that it helps you to get your perfect base, right? And here, for children, you are going to mark 3 inches for the hemming or folding. 3 inches. In most cases, you can still put 4 if you intend to make this top to have enough allowance so that when the child is growing, you also increase the width measurement and also increase the length. That's if you are a mom or a man that sews clothes for his or her children, right? Then after this, the next you are going to do right here is to apply the top length. So the top length I have is a top length of 16. So here you mark 16 inches from the 3 inches you marked earlier on, and then extend the line in this way. You mark 16 inches all through this way and extend the line this way. After that, you join the shoulder point. Here it goes all through in this form. And the next you will do here is to get your armhole line. Now, for kids' armhole line, all you need to do here is to divide the chest by 4. Now, the chest we have is 26. That is 6.5. Now, on children, you don't consider the fact that they are making 3/4 long sleeve or short sleeve. You use the whole value of your chest over 4 to get your armhole. But however, if you intend making it to be fitted outfit, like very smart on the boy, without looking so big or looking like something that they dashed him, right? You can deduct 1/2 inch from the chest over 4 to get a proper armhole measurement. The maximum you can go is 1 inch, but remember that these children tends to grow into these clothes, and they within a month or two, their heights and the size increases. So give them that room for that possible increment within a short period of time. So here you mark the armhole depth to be 6 inches. I chose to use 6 inches for my boy's armhole. So here you mark 6 inches, and this serves you for your armhole. And after which, connect the line in this form, and this is my armhole. So on that armhole line is now where you apply 6.5, which is your customer boy's chest measurement over 4. And then mark extra 1.5. You could decide to use extra 2 inches here if you tend to put more allowance inside of the outfit. There's no rule that limits what you put inside of the cloth, but just put something that is moderate so that it does not contribute to the side, being rough or whatsoever. Then after that, the next you will do here is to get your shoulder. Shoulder is 10.5. Divided by 2 is 5.25. So I will just mark 11. Use the 1/2 inch for the shoulder sleeve joining. So 5.5 is what I have here. And then I will slope this tape to come down by 1.5 or 2 inches. But for this age range, I'm using 1.5 inch slanting for your shoulder slope. So mark in this form, and then right there, you come down by 1.5. So you will get this intercept that connects the shoulder slope with your shoulder slant, right? Your shoulder measurement with the shoulder slope. So it comes like a cross-like mark here. This area is for your shoulder measurement, and right here is your shoulder slope. So after this, the next you will do now is your neckline. So the neckline we have is a neckline of 11, right? So let us work it out together and see how it goes. Now the formula we have for neckline is 11 divided by 6, 1.83. Then you have to minus or deduct 0.3 from it, which is standard. It becomes 1.53. So this means that The width was measurement for this boy's neck is 1.5 inch width this way, 1.5, and then you add extra half to this to get the depth. That will give you 2 inches, right? So right here you mark 2 inches. So once you have marked your neckline width and neckline depth, all you need to do right here is to extend the line to come out all the way to this point. And then after this, extend this one as well to come down all the way to this point. So the both lines will meet at this point, which is the intercept. Then right there, you place your pattern master in this way, in a way that it touches the neck width and the neck depth. Right here, you make a curve. It goes all through in this form. After this, connect the neck shoulder slope with your shoulder measurement to your neck edge. It goes to this very point, just this way. And right here, this line originally was meant to be connected to your chest point, but because of the fact that the chest, we are trying to avoid a drafting that has rumpus, right? So we need to, tilt it to come down straight and still come in by half an inch. So if this line was placed straight, just come in by half an inch or quarter of an inch, you go all through this way, and right there, this is the shoulder coming down to the armhole, but not in a straight line, in a very slanted line, a bit slanted right there. And then you now bring your pattern master. Bear in mind, you are going to mark half an inch somewhere at the middle of this distance, half an inch in. Bring your pattern master and then place in this form where you connect the shoulder slope to the half an inch and then back to your armhole. So it goes all through to this very point. See the connection? Very perfect connection, right? And right there, after that, you now bring down the chest allowance to go all through to the base. And here you come up by 3.5 or 4 inches, depending, for the side opening. So this is what you have at the end of the day. So this is the front drafting. So if you like what you're seeing, don't forget to like, share, comment, ask your questions, subscribe to my channel. Then let's cut this and then do the back panel as well. All right, so here we are trying to start drafting the back panel of this particular outfit. So you saw how the front was drafted. So here, right here, you just fold another fabric in this form and then place. Now be in mind that before you start drafting, you must have ironed the panel with your iron, right? But because of there is no light, and this is an illustration, so I might not really need to iron. But in a standard drafting, please kindly iron the fabric properly before you get to this stage. The ironing will help the fabric to relax and give you a smooth cutting effect. So here, you make sure you place your fabric in this pattern and then leave 1 inch at the base. Now, this 1 inch you left at the base here will be used in the neck balancing. I will show you guys in the sewing stage. Don't forget to follow up this illustration and don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel. Ask your questions in the comment section and I will answer or reply you. So right here, we are trying to mark the back panel now. So remember that we removed 1.5 inch from the front panel. So we're also going to replace 1.5 again at the up region. So right here, you mark 1.5 inch and also mark 1.5 inch here as well. And then you connect the line coming out from here all through this way. And then you make sure that when marking the back neck conventionally must be a bit wider than the front neck. so that when you turn the back to the front, it corresponds with this without having excesses that falls inwards this way. So right here, I will tilt my ruler half an inch backwards and then mark the line to be slanted towards the back neck region. And here, the back neck depth will be 1 inch. And then you are meant to make a curve here. So the trick I use is that if you have marked 1 inch here, so from the higher area of this area, then mark 2 inches here, right? Mark double of whatever you use here to the back area, and then make a curve that connects the bolts from here all through to this very point. And that is all you need to do for your back neckline. So you're going to cut it out from here, cut all through to this very point, and then cut the shoulder point as well. After which, you now cut from here all through, cut from here all through, making sure that every area is properly placed. Cut all through from here, cut all through from here, and then cut out this straight up. So after which you cut out the excesses at the base. Don't forget that you are leaving 1 inch here. Look at it, 1 inch, very important, 1 inch. I will show you guys why it's 1 inch when we start drafting. So let's now balance the neck. After you have done this, please don't forget that you are not done cutting yet. You are going to fold this all through to this way. Now the extent of this folding will be 1.5 inch or 1.25 thereabout, and then you are going to trim any excesses on the armhole region. Trim it out to this very point, and then from here as well, trim the front neckline, trim it out as well all through to this very point. And this is what you will have. This is what you will have. So this is how it should be in a standard drafting, right? This is how it should be, and this is what you have. So I will also make the video on how to cut the sleeve, the back facings, the bias, the piping as a different video, and also send on my channel. Thanks for watching, guys. See you on the next one. Bye bye for now.